Blessings, 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 my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for checking this one out. Now, I know that most West Indies supporters are fully locked in on the T20 series against New Zealand. But I just want to use this time to share some news as it relates to our test team. Veteran seamer Kemar Roach has been recalled by CWI. Yes, Kemar Roach has been recalled. He is among a group of players that will be taking part in a camp in preparation for the three-match test series against New Zealand that will run from the 2nd to the 22nd of December. I'm going to give you some information on that. We're also going to be talking Shamar Joseph and Alzari Joseph. You know, it would be nice to have those two seamers in the test match cricket against New Zealand, but we're going to talk about those two. So let's give a listening ear until the end, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now, I am taking this from the Nationwide News Network from out of Jamaica. So I want to say credit to Nationwide News Network. This is their information that they sent out. I am just sharing it. So the headline says, CWI invites players to training camp ahead of New Zealand Test Tour. I'm going to be doing some reading. So it says, veteran fast bowler Kemar Roach is among 9 players who have been invited by Cricket West Indies to take part in a 2-week high-performance preparation camp, right? High-performance 2-week preparation camp as part of the build-up to the 3-match test series leg of the West Indies men's tour of New Zealand. We know we are now doing the T20s and stuff. So, right, these guys are preparing for the tests. So it says, they said the 37-year-old Roach, along with Tejnaran Chandapal, Tevin Imlak, Anderson Phillip, Hewan Lane, Kevlan Anderson, John Campbell, OJ Shields, and Kevin Hodge, right? So it seems as if Kevin Hodge will be given another opportunity, right? They say will take part in the camp, which is designed specifically for players who are expected to feature in the series and future international assignments, right? You hear what I say? This camp is designed for players who are expected to feature in the series and future international assignments, right? So that is probably why they don't have a good bit of players there. According to them, they are going to be focusing on certain things. So they just wanted to keep this group, of players that they are expected to use. So they say with his inclusion, it now seems almost certain that Roach, who last played a test match for the West Indies in January during the tour of Pakistan, will be called up to bolster the side's bowling attack for the 3-match test series, which runs from December 2nd to 22nd. Right? Remember, Sammy has said on a few occasions that, listen, I cannot tell a man when to call time, and the pool isn't big, so he would want everyone to keep working, and if they get the call, if they are performing and still playing well, then they can get the call. But he has said on a few occasions that he will not retire anyone. So Roach is there, and going into New Zealand, we might need his expertise, right? Especially if we are without the two spinner, the two Josephs. All right, so they said the camp, which will run from November 4th, right? Today is the 6th, so today is the 7th, so the camp is already on. So they said the camp, which will run from the 4th to the 18th at the College Cricket Ground, will focus on technical and tactical refinement, match simulation, and mental readiness to adapt to the New Zealand's challenging conditions. They say it will be led by coach of the West Indies Academy, Ramesh Subasingh, while assistant coach Rohan Nurse will oversee tactical and technical development. Now, that is what they are saying, right? So we have a few youngsters there and a couple of senior guys that are expected to take part in that. So, shout out. So let me just remind you of the 9 players that they have here. Kemar Roach, Tejnaran Chandapal, Tevin Imlak, Anderson Phillip, Huan Lane, Kevin Anderson, John Campbell, OJ Shields, Kevin Hodge, and Kevin Hodge. Those are the players that will take part in the camp based on what they are saying now. No, just to remind you that Shamar Joseph was ruled out of the test series against India. And, they had told us that the plan was to reassess him before the Bangladesh series. They did that, found out that, things weren't looking too good. And the plan was made for him to do some consultation in England, right? Let me just read it to remind you. So they say Shamar Joseph has been recommended for a consultation with a specialist in England to begin the rehabilitation process for his shoulder discomfort / injury. So, we might be without Shamar Joseph. Not too sure what's going on where that is concerned. Alzari Joseph. Remember, Alzari Joseph was also ruled out. He was ruled out with lower back with a lower back injury. So, based on how things are looking, we're definitely going to need all the help that we can get. Let's see if after this T20 series, we will hear if Jason Hola is available, right? Remember when we needed him a while back, he wasn't selected. Then they had replacement. He wasn't selected, and then last minute, they wanted him, but he said that he had some pre-planned doctor's appointment or something, right? So he's there playing in New Zealand now. He hasn't played for us in Test cricket in a little while, so he might be somebody that we will have to rope back into the mix there. So yeah, that is what's going on, my viewers and subscribers. CWI, they are cooking up something while the guys are doing their thing in the T20 series. They have some players that are expected to take part in the New Zealand Test series and future tournaments, is what they said, right? So let us see how that will go. Good to see Hodge being brought back in the mix. He definitely will want to grab that opportunity with both hands. So let us see my people. Big up.